All right, we're live.
All right. All right. Coin, BYC. Looks like a pump on BYC is going to happen right now.
BYC?
BYC. So go ahead and just take a look at BYC. Looks like they're going to pump that. This is not coming from McAfee. This is just a pump that may be going in. Let's see if that's the case.
It's already starting.
I got my eyes on John McAfee's Twitter, waiting for that to go.
I have it here too. $8:01. Nothing yet. Right, I'm looking at the BYC Bytecent. It's at $1.84.
Which one?
BYC. It's going up already. It's at 4%.
All right. So if it starts climbing, that's because there's a pump on it right now.
They're pumping it now?
Maybe.
I'm minute by minute right now on the graph, and it's been going up.
Yeah, I think they are pushing it for potential on a pump. There's potential.
Okay, I have it here.
There's a few people that are jumping on that. Yeah, they're looking at pumping it. So let's observe that. We still waiting for McAfee. Yeah, so I'm getting a bunch of different communications in regards to BYC. The chart analysis is showing an upward bullish movement.
There we go.
In short term. So it's saying buy and hold. But that's just, if you were wanting
to it's going up right now. Right now. Look at my screen.
Look at that pump. There it is.
Let's go.
We were ahead of it, yo.
Should we go in?
And that's up to you. Because this is we can find another one. This is where it's at, man. I get ahead of these real quick.
Bro, look at this. It's going up.
If you want to, then jump on it, bro. But that's the thing. It's spiked up real quick. You know what I'm saying? You see that jump?
Yes. Somebody just bought in.
Oh, my God.
People buying in right now. $1.98.
Get ready, because after this initial pump, it's going to dump.
Yes.
So you sell it within maybe a few minutes, or if you want to hold on to it. Depends on what your strategy is.
Correct. We'll see. Let's see how it goes. We just catch the pump.
Yeah, so we keeping our eyes on what's going on. I'm doing a live Instagram video just
do a live Instagram.
Yeah, just to keep my some movement going. Hold on.
Bro, the pump started, man.
All right. Yeah, that was a pump. That was the pump.
But it's still going, though, because...
Yeah, it's still going to go.
Still going to go ham.
Okay. All right, so let's see here.
My computer fans are... Right after the pump started, bro, my computer fans started to go crazy. Bro, it's going up and higher and higher.
Yo, this is a big pump. I told you. I'm in front of them every time, man.
Yes, you nailed them, bro.
Yes, I tell you, I'm in there.
You're sensing the market like I told you you're going to be.
100%. 100%. All right.
See, our friend McAfee. Nothing yet from him.
Nothing yet. So we waiting for that, and most people are waiting for that. Already 50% profit on that
Bytecent?
On that BYC.
Yeah, bro. Massive. Let me see. Increment BYC 28%, bro. I saw it at 4% just when you told me 2 minutes ago. Now it's on 28%.
Wait, it dropped?
It went up 28%.
Yeah, it's gonna go. It's gonna rush up. The rush normally is a good like 10 minutes. But remember, we were at the what's considered to the whales. We were in front with the whales, meaning
we were departing with the whales.
What's that?
We were departing with the whales when they said go.
Yes, we would be like if this was Wall Street, we were literally on the call. We were with the call.
With the call after the signal on the phone already.
Yeah. So that means that we're premium.
Premium, baby.
We're premium.
Are you on Instagram Live?
Yeah, I'm on my like little Instagram that I just started. So no one's following me just yet, but it's all good.
But you're doing a live one right now?
Yeah,
okay,
just
great.
live, just to keep it going.
Nice.
All right.
So while we wait for this, why don't we introduce ourselves? Why don't you start, bro?
Okay, no doubt. Well, hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Dorian, a.k.a. Realm Renegade, Dorian Dimensions, out here. Crypto nerds. We're doing our thing. We're rushing to get on this McAfee train. And who? Go ahead and introduce yourself, big boy.
What's going on, guys? My name is Raphael. You can call me Rafa or Raf. We're here, the crypto nerds, the crypto nomads, the crypto bandits, catching the trends, flowing with the waves, listening to the whales, and
doing the things.
Doing our thing.
For all of y'all out there that aren't catching on, you guys are sleeping. You're missing out on money. Right now is the biggest push. Millionaires are being created daily. We're jumping on this.
And if you think that it's not a good time to jump in, it's too late, you're completely wrong. This is the best time. We have a short time window for this. It's going to last some time, but if you happen to jump, the earlier you can jump into this, the better you will benefit from it. And if you want to live off this economy, if you want to be your own mobile wallet, which you are, keep watching because we have great stuff coming up.
That's right. With our intuition, with the combination of both your mind with the tools and my intuition, where I seem to be following along at the forefront of the waves.
Yes,
it's a big thing.
It's huge.
Now,
it's huge.
Take a look. It just dumped.
It dumped. So that it went up to 30%, and then it went down.
It's that quick. So when that spike goes, literally, you got to feel it. That
you
spike,
gotta feel it,
and then sell it.
Exactly.
But, just off your chart there that we're looking at, where at the moment when I said, okay, get your Bittrex open, BYC, you pulled it up. What was it at?
It was only at a 4% increase, and then 60 seconds later, it went up to 28.6% increments.
So, with that being said, let's say that you dropped 1,000 in, or you converted $1,000 into Bitcoin, and then moved that over into this
Bytecent,
Bittrex, and then put that money on that coin and sold at that initial spike. You jumped in, and then you got right back out in about 2 minutes. How much would you have made at that high peak right there?
If you would have put $1,000, we got it at 4%. It's at 28%, so it's a 14% increment. Actually, 24% increment. So if you put $1,000, you would have made $240 profit within 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes of your time for a $250.
How much profit would you have made, and how much money? Some people don't understand profits. Let's talk money. Go in.
$1,000 in will give you $240 profit, or
$240 made in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes.
But it's risky. So
it is risky. Yes.
You guys gotta know. Anybody watching this, anybody interested in doing this type of a thing, especially if you're gonna do some of these very, very quick waves. You got to get in, and you got to get out, and you got to get out, and don't be greedy. Feel that pump. As soon as it pumps, get out, sell it, because other people are going to be buying it. But they're smart. They'll go in, they create that hype, and then they get out.
That's true. The trick is not to be greedy. Once you start getting greedy, that's when you start losing.
That's right. Take a little money with it and dip, because remember, a few minutes later or 10 minutes later, you could jump on another one. All right, so we're still waiting for the word of McAfee here. We're waiting.
Bro, this Bytecent was a quick one.
That's right. Very quick. But you see, I jumped in on that, and I got in on that movement within about 5 minutes.
Yes.
3 minutes, I would say. As soon as I got on and we started putting our systems up and everything like that, I caught the wave. And we were watching it just to see.
We were watching it over here, and then it went up, now went down. Bro, look at this. The wave started exactly, or the trend started exactly at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Exactly at 8 a.m.
At 8 a.m. I said, go. BTC, or BYC.
And it climbed up so high. 28%. Now it's going down. It might go up, but the pump was already done.
That's right. Now, what that does, though, is that brought awareness to this particular company. It brought awareness, and it brought that spike. What's going to happen now is some people will look at this company. I know that I'm going to, just for the simple fact that they jumped into it. So I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to find out what this company is, because I'm also going to find out if they're doing things, big things, and if it's something that I believe in. Because if it is, then it's something that I would keep some currency in, because at the rate that it's at right now, it's cheap. So if it's something that is going to be very big, you could hold your money in there, and there will be another pump in there at another time.
I'm looking at the Bytecent website.
All right, go ahead and look. That's fine, because I can see what you're doing, and I'm also going to keep my eyes on the movements, on what's happening.
Yeah, just let me know as soon as you get another pump signal, so we go in. So for Bytecent, current price $1.53. Available supply 1,900,000.
Go ahead and let people know what that means, what you're looking at.
So this coin, Bytecent, the current price in the market is $1.54, 53 cents per coin. And the available supply, it's 1,900,000 Bytecent coins. So what it means is that there's only in circulation almost 2 million coins. So there's a low volume. When I say low volume, it means that there's not an infinite, or there's not a huge amount of coins circulating in the market. So that's a good sign, because if the technology and the purpose behind this coin is powerful, which it seems that it is. The website is solid. We're looking into this. The Bytecent seems to be a reward, for customers. So this is more like an intense incentive. This can easily go up to $10 with no issue.
Correct. Now, what my intuition is telling me, and also based upon some of my connections that I've been establishing here the past few days, what I'm seeing is anybody can play any way they want. If you missed selling in this particular scenario off the pump and then it dumped, if you missed selling off the high point, literally was within maybe 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes, if you missed that, you're still in a good position, because if you stay in there, there's gonna be another pump. Another pump is gonna be from the second wave, from the communication that goes down the pipeline. You feel me? There's communication that goes down the pipeline. Depending on if people paid money to get some information, they might not be like premium. It might be something else. They might be a different level, like a bronze level or something like that. They receive information a little bit longer down the pipeline. Those people are now probably going to start getting in. So if that's the case, you should take a look at the chart live, and you may start seeing after that dump, there might be another spike. There it is.
There it is. It's coming. It's coming.
There it is. this is typical. This is typical because of what happens with the way the communication happens, the way the communication works. Because they'll communicate out if these are typically paid services to get in front at first wave, paid. And it's around like $500, $600, or a percentage of what you win when you cash out. A lot of people are receiving this information a few minutes down the pipeline. So they're already a little bit late off that first initial pump. That's how quick, that's how ahead of the curve we were.
And we got it all recorded.
Heck yeah.
Nice. So Bytecent, let's see. Let's take a look at the coin while we're waiting for another another wave. Says with Bytecent, find out more.
Let's hear about this company. What's going on with them?
Bytecent makes it simple to receive and give cash rewards using our revolutionary peer-to-peer rewards network. Instant rewards, CPU rewards, global access, no restrictions, easy conversion, multi-site compatible.
BTC is going to go up. Watch. BTC is going to go up. Second wave. Let's call this the worker ant, or the what's the analogy that you would use as far as the second wave coming in? These are not the premiums. They're not the ones who got the call. They're further down the pipeline.
These are the people getting ready to get in to those pumps, because you need to get Bitcoin to exchange into those pumps.
That's right. The second wave is going to be another percentage. It's going to be possibly less of a percentage, but it's still going to be good.
Yes. So far, since yesterday, Bitcoin's climbing up again. It's a 15,620. Last night it was a 14,000. Since it's after Christmas, market already corrected itself. People they're not in the buying mode for shopping. They're not in the quick make cash approach with Bitcoin. So now Bitcoin's going up again to where it was, and higher and higher and higher. So it has gone up in 24 hours, 9.58%.
That's phenomenal, because this type of growth is unheard of. It's unheard of. If you are following the stock market, you will not see growth like this extreme.
Yes. Bro, my computer fans are going nuts.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I apologize for the silence. Right now, I'm just reading a few things. For anybody following along, to be ahead of the curve is an amazing thing. Not only that, but to be ahead of the curve, you gotta keep your eye on a bunch of different things. You have to understand that chart, the way that it's moving. You got to feel that energy. You got to also know what the big whales are doing. The whales are the ones that are making the big splash. The ones that follow the whales are the fish.
Yes.
So the whales are making the big splash. I only, ever since I started learning how to do this, I've only kept my eye on the whales. Now let's go back. Let's go back to the graph. There it is. See it? It's going in waves. These are other people. These are other pumps that are being filtered down the communication pipeline.
It's all about the timing, within a 15-minute window, this coin has gotten up and going down, and it keeps climbing up, and now it's going down. It's going to keep climbing up until the pump ends, and then it's going to put a new price point on this coin, and it's going to continue being like that. But I see good future for this coin. It seems solid. It's a reward system for customers. I think it's going to be really, really interesting. It's $1.53 right now. There's only 2 million supply of this coin, so it's really interesting.
Yeah, that means that has the ability to skyrocket in price.
Correct.
Just for the simple fact that the supply of that particular coin is not a lot, which in turn makes it valuable, especially when it starts going up.
That's right. That's right. That's Bytecent. Bytecent. BYC in the market.
And just for anybody who doesn't understand how this works, you're gonna want to go into a market to get this. You're gonna want to look at Bittrex. This is where the call came from, or the signal. So let's talk terminology as well. Signal. When you're hearing about a signal, this means that this is a communication that's being broadcasted out. Pretty much that initial signal or initial communication that is broadcasted out is going to people who are in the know, people who are plugged in to what's happening. What they do is they'll build groups or communicate out to other people. Typically, to get this information, you've got to pay for this information. You've got to pay for it. Look at that growth. This is insane, bro.
Wow. Yeah, it's climbing up again.
It's going to.
It's going to. It already passed the first huge pump. Now it's climbing more. $1.84, guys. It's on $1.84. If I refresh this, $1.85. It just went up 30 cents.
It's going up. Now, right now, me and Raph, we're working as a team. And this is great teamwork that we're doing here, because while Raph is keeping his eye on the graph and seeing what's going on and communicating that out, that allows me to hear what he's saying and still understand what's moving with that particular market, while I'm keeping my eye on the underground movements, the movements that are making these waves possible. So we're working as a team here. So I'm reading, I'm researching, I'm doing a bunch of things as we speak right now. I'm staying in the energy, seeing where that energy is going. And right now that energy is still here. Don't get scared of that red drop candlestick right there. That's typical, because the whales, those first pumpers, they did that on purpose.
Yes.
They got in, they got out. They got out in about 6 minutes. They made a lot of money. Some of these people in here go ahead and show those two big green candlesticks.
There's two.
Those two big candlesticks right there are coming from the whales. And those whales, they come in and they come in heavy with a lot of money that they put in there to bring that pump up. And what they do is they give that communication out to people who pay them, because they're at the forefront of the energy. They get in and then they get out and they sell. And they're selling to the people who are paying them to get up. It's smart.
It's super smart. It's part of a blockchain. It's part of the blockchain. One has to do with the previous pump, and the first pump, like you mentioned, it's called the premium pump. These people here are meant to make money quick, because they're at the forefront of the source of energy. So this is the splash of That's the whale.
It's a big splash.
And then it goes down, but it's going to keep coming up, because out of one premium, there's going to be more people. There's multiple tiers for this.
That's right, tiers.
It makes sense to make tiers out of this, because if you have a tier, then you would have multiple waves that people can catch on, and it's exponential. Right. It's not going to be the percentage of its spike could be, or it could be less than the first one, but it all depends on how quick, the information is received, of the signals, the waves are caught up.
That's right. And keep in mind that with those tiers, that requires different amount of payment to be able to get into that communication or be a part of that wave. For me, the way that I put this into my mind, when I first started looking at the chart and started understanding how this moves, sometimes to understand this type of a thing takes people a very long time to understand. Some people don't ever understand it, and they pay somebody to do this for them. What I did is I just changed the way that I think in regards to looking at it. So I stopped looking at the chart and looking at the market and looking at this like we're on the internet, and I looked at this like we are I looked at this as if I'm looking at it in a parallel universe, as if we are going to go into a marketplace, an actual store that has items that we need to go to battle. And we assemble as a guild to go into that marketplace and get what we need and get out, because we need to get out to battle quick.
Yes.
So I look at this as, okay, we collectivize, we get into our guild, we get into our team, and at the same time, we all rush into the store. And at the same time, we rush into the store and we get what we need. We get our armor, we get our swords, we get our weapons for battle, so that we can get out of that market and go slay the dragon. And what is that dragon? To me, that dragon is financial freedom.
Hell yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. So when I start looking at leaders, they're called, in this industry, they're called whales. But I look at the leaders who are giving out communication, and they're good because their track record's on point. The reason why is because they're influencers. They're able to get people to be a part of their guild. That guild that we're speaking of, to be a part of that guild. Now the thing is that can make you very smart is when you can get into that guild without needing to pay.
That's smart. That's super smart.
Now, we're still keeping our eye heavy on John McAfee's Twitter, because John McAfee, for all y'all who don't know, right now, everybody should be listening to him. Everybody, because this is a different game. This is not like the stock market. This is different. And this is a game where we all want to help each other make as much money as we can.
Yes.
We all want to help each other, because if we can help each other out, we're all going to get paid even more.
Even more. It grows higher and higher.
I'm going to get paid. The more Raph can help me out, he's going to get paid.
That's how it works. That's how it works. And guys, John McAfee, he is, if you want to look at this into a different time frame in history, if you imagine we're in medieval times, John McAfee is the king. He is the king. Whatever he says, it happens, and it's strong, very strong, because that king, he's sending us, to, like what Dorian mentioned, to get ready to fight against the dragon of financial independence. With all these movements, he takes a signal, he sends out the signal, and then the troops, they go out. We go out with him. We go out and in the market and start following what he says, and it drops. It goes. The percentages go super high with him.
That's right. And for all of y'all who don't understand or know, John McAfee. The reason why it's very important to listen to him right now is because right now he has the absolute most influence in the cryptocurrency markets. When he says go, or he doesn't say go, he just mentions a company, you'll literally watch. The moment he mentions that company, there's a skyrocket. Everybody goes to it. You need to follow that, because right now in this realm, he is the #1 influencer. So what he says is gold. For all y'all who don't know, he knows what he's talking about more than you. And when I say you, I mean any.
I think I lost Dorian.
Watching this video. He knows more than you. You're now spending money. What's that?
All right, I lost you for a second. Go ahead. We're still connected.
So what I was saying is, right now, a lot of people are jumping into the digital dimension. John McAfee has been in this digital dimension since 1987. He was the first person who created cybersecurity. He not only created cybersecurity, but he's been at the forefront of all of this tech movement for a very long time. He's the one to watch. He's the one to follow. He says move, we all move. We need to have somebody who can do that. Somebody who can have that much influence that when they drop the name of a company, you watch that company skyrocket, can create literally millionaires that day.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
It's big. It's humongous.
It's huge. It's a whale.
Go ahead and since you pulled this up, go ahead and let people know we're only 30 minutes into this initial pump. Go ahead and let everybody know, just for anybody who may watch this, let them know what this means on your chart that you're looking at and how significant this is.
So we're looking back again at the BYC chart this morning, December 26th, 8 a.m. started the pump. Let me go back into my 1 minute candlesticks over here. Candlesticks are just these things that will measure growth and decrease. So we started at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. on the dot. Look, signal came out. Wells went to surface, splashed out. People made money here. You know, it went up all the way over here. I think this was a 24% increment.
Timeline. Go ahead and let people know. This is only a few minutes that he's talking about here.
From 8 sharp till 8:02, in 3 minutes, people sold a big chunk, and that was a 24% gain in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, just 24% gain. So if you would have put $1,000, you would have made the $1,200 back.
So $200 in about 4 minutes.
Yes.
So most people, a lot of people don't even make $200 in a day at their 9 to 5.
They don't. There's countries in the world that people make $200 per month at a full-time job. That's their salary, $200 per month. With this, This is in 3 minutes. It's unreal. You know, it shows you how whacked is our economy, you know, because it's not decentralized. It's completely corrupted.
Volatile.
It's manipulated, you know. With this is transparent, you know. This is the way. There's another what we can see here in this graph is that the people who got into the second wave, they already sold out. People, this is the first wave. This is a premium wave. Solid, no interruptions. It's pure pump at its finest.
Pure energy.
Pure energy pumping up. Second wave came out. People sold in, and then the second tier came out. You see, it's not as pronounced as this one here, but over time, from 8:08 a.m. up until 8:20 a.m. That was the second wave. And then people start selling now on that second wave. It seems to be another third wave, but it's not going to be as strong as the first one. It's exponential. So what it means is that at the first, it's going to go high, then it's going to go down. It's going to go high again, but it's not going to go as high as the other one. And then it's going to go down, and it's going to go up again, and it's going to go down. It's going to correct, and this is going to set up a new high on this coin just because of that pump. Because think about it, there's people who are willing to just get in and get out and make a quick profit, like this people right here. And there's also people who are willing to get in and hold on for the long term. That's what keeps this value set up at a new high. And that new high right now is $1.50. $1.50 for this coin. $1.50 right now.
That's right. Now, keep in mind that with this being said, I'm keeping my eye out on other movements, but what I'm plugged into, I'm only plugged into a few different streams. So there's probably sharks doing this in other markets as well. I do believe I'm actually part of, or I've been keeping my eye out on the very significant whales. I think that the energy that we're involved with is some of the highest moving energies in the market right now.
Yes.
Right now, remember, this is going on, but the thing that people are waiting for right now as we speak, they're waiting for John McAfee to drop some information in his Twitter.
As soon as that happens, we're going to show you how to place an order, how to keep track of it, when to sell it. We're going to be there every minute by minute we're going to be riding along with the wave, with all the fishes. You know, we're going to be moving and flowing.
That's right. And that's depending on how you want to play this game. Yo, look at the pump. Let me see. Is there a pump going on now? Another one?
When? Where?
In BYC.
Let's see by minute. No, not yet. It's climbing up again a little bit.
It's climbing. So this means people are pumping money back into this. Look at this growth. We're now 8:35. This growth started at 8 a.m. Look at this movement. This is crazy movement. You don't see movement like this in the stock market.
You don't.
If this was happening in the stock market, people would be killing themselves.
Yes, they'll be absolutely going nuts, you know, because think about it. At 20%, 20% is a lot. You know, if you would have put $10, 20% is just $2 more to it. If you put 100, it's 20. If you put 1,000, 200. If you put 10,000, then it's 2,000. If you put 100,000, then it's 20,000. You know, 100,000. It's a little bit, well, depending on the volume that we have here. There's Bytecent. The interesting thing about Bytecent is that if I go into CoinMarketCap and see which markets have Bytecent, the only market is Bittrex at this point, which is interesting because there's a lot of altcoins that have multiple markets, multiple exchanges available to trade. So with Bytecent is so strong because everybody, and I mean every single body that wants to buy in or sell Bytecent, they have to do it through Bittrex. So this is the only market and the market for this coin right now. So the movement here.
As you're speaking, and I don't mean to cut you off, I'm going to interject with some breaking information that I feel that is going to be pretty big news. And that is that right now, Zcoin, I feel Zcoin is going to be going up.
Zcoin.
With Zcoin. Zcoin is now listed on another market, meaning this is going to give it more opportunity to grow. So I believe that you're going to see some things going on with Zcoin. Not only that, but there's something to keep an eye out on as well, is your Litecoin. Litecoin is going to another market exchange, and that's on the 27th, tomorrow. There's an exchange, Lesfex, Lesfex. They are going to add Litecoin in Lesfex tomorrow. So when they do that, you should probably see an increase in Litecoin.
Correct. Litecoin is already on 400, well, not 400 exchanges, but there's 400 markets for Litecoin already. It's huge. Because Litecoin, one of the first, was really contemporary with Bitcoin when it just came out. So you can see that there's a lot of markets that offer Litecoin. Bitlish, Cryptopia, Stocks Exchange, Buybox, Brazilix, Cryptopia, CSEX, BTC Alpha, and of course the number one exchange for Litecoin is GDAX, then Binance, Bitfinex, Bittrex is on 8th place, and Poloniex, but they all have good volume. We'll have to see. We'll have to keep an eye on Litecoin. Litecoin has been going crazy this year.
Yeah, a lot of movement going on with that. And go ahead and fill people in. What is Litecoin?
Litecoin is a simpler, or if you look at Bitcoin as gold, then Litecoin is silver. You know, it was created to be a cheaper version of Bitcoin, to be a little bit faster, you know. And so far, this year has been the biggest growth in Litecoin. Look at this huge spike that happened in May. In May, started to say, okay, I'm gonna start. People are gonna start buying in Litecoin, but it was probably at earlier this year in May, it was only $5, $4, $3. I saw Litecoin when it was cents, 50 cents, 25 cents years ago. And now it's at $281. And it went up. It went super high to almost $400 in earlier December and November. Now it went down to 281. But it's a coin. But it's super volatile, but it continues growing and growing, and it's not going to go anywhere but going higher, because it's very when Bitcoin goes up, Litecoin goes up as well.
Now, another thing that I've started to notice as well is when Bitcoin goes up. You feel me? When Bitcoin goes up, you start watching the altcoins go down.
Yes, some of them.
That's because I do believe that when the time is right to buy Bitcoins, or there's influence to buy Bitcoin, people pull their money and sell their altcoins to go back jumping into the buying Bitcoins.
Correct.
Because Bitcoins are the most expensive in the game right now.
That's right. That's right.
So anybody who has Bitcoin, hang on to them. Don't get rid of them all, because the market is volatile. Don't get scared from the dips. This is not the stock market. You don't think of this as the stock market. You got to remember, everybody who's playing this game right now, you're not mainstream. You are not of the mainstream if you're even messing with cryptocurrencies right now. It's popular now. The word is being spoke about now. It's on the news, but you got to remember the adoption rate is still. I'll step outside right now and ask people, hey, what do you know about Bitcoin? What do you know about Bitcoin? That people don't even know what it is. That means that right now, it doesn't matter about the dips. Because when people start finding out and just getting involved just because of what we're doing, it's going to be humongous.
It's going to go even higher. Right now, Bitcoin is the only and guaranteed investment in the crypto world, because it's the main player, it's the big giant, it's the captain, of the entire crypto world.
Not only that, but it's also, if you take a look, yesterday, even John McAfee even said that I'll read it verbatim. For you who are long-term investors like myself, those who always make the most returns, Bitcoin is still the crypto giant. It is at a low price, and it will never be cheaper. It will be 10 times this price in 2018. Remember, it has the lowest circulating supply of any coin. That's huge.
It is huge. It is huge. And it's going to keep climbing up. John McAfee predicts that in 2018, Bitcoin is going to be probably at $100,000. Okay.
John McAfee said, and just because we're speaking to the public, for anybody who watches this, let me go ahead and find out. So give me 1 second. I'm going to let you know something that he said that he it's hilarious, but he meant it. He's that type of dude. I'm going to find this real quick while keeping my eye on the action. All right. So, John McAfee said, and just let me make sure we're not missing out on any movements. Okay. John McAfee said that in 2020, if Bitcoin is not at $1 million, which means that it costs $1 million US to get one Bitcoin. This is mind-blowing. He said if Bitcoin doesn't reach $1 million by 2020, he'll eat his own dick.
Yes.
On live TV.
He said that. He even said that with 100K. Now he upped up the stake to $1 million. So that's 10 times what he predicted. So if you heard that it's not a good time to jump in, if it's too late, that's BS. Don't listen to that. Jump in, because Bitcoin is gonna keep climbing, and it is going to increase its value more and more and more.
Anyone right now, and this is this especially within the past, let's say 4 months, 3 months, anyone who's telling you that the crypto game is going to crash, it's going to fail, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, they're lying to you. They're getting communication from other influencers like JP Morgan and the banks, the banking system. They'll go into Twitter. They'll go onto the news. They'll go everywhere and infiltrate the mainstream and make you think that this is not going on. They're going to scare you from this. And they're going to tell you that it's a scam, that it's going to be shut down and everything. But what y'all don't know, go ahead and look. It's mainstream knowledge. The same people that are telling you not to do this because you're pulling your money from the banks and you're putting it into this are the same people that are building, that have created their own cryptocurrency systems and that are going to be jumping into the market and are going to, through your bank, let you know about the new card and the new currency, their coin, and they're going to put you into a centralized, regulated cryptocurrency system. And you've been duped once again.
That's right.
Stop following these liars.
What they're doing is they're scaring people.
Is spearheading millionaires. Let's get it.
What people are doing, JP Morgan and all those influencers, what they're doing is they're scaring people off from Bitcoin because they want to get more Bitcoin because it makes sense for them to get more. Because right now
they can hold it all. They can do whatever they want.
Correct. It's now more. Now it's still accessible for people. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. A lot of people think that they have to buy a whole Bitcoin to jump in the game. You can buy a fraction of Bitcoin. You can buy 0.01, 0.1, half, 0.0001 if you want. You can buy $10 worth or $100 worth. It's up to you. But when you listen to people talking bad about Bitcoin, it's because they want to dump the price so they can get in more. And right now, imagine that you would find out about Bitcoin when it cost $1 million. It would be really hard for anyone just regularly to get a whole Bitcoin. But now is the time. Now is the time of growth. It's going mainstream. It went mainstream, but it's a process for it to go to that level, and it's just a matter of time. But in that meantime, there's great opportunities with the other altcoins. That's what we're here for, to inform you about these waves, about the signals, and how you can make, a living off from this.
That's right. And you could definitely make a living off of this very, very easily, just following along what we just observed this morning. This morning, literally, 7:58, I told Raf, Bittrex, that's the marketplace. Then at 8 o'clock, I told him BYC, and I did it fast. BYC, get there. We got there, and go ahead and take your cursor to where it was at 7:59.
7:50.
Take a look.
Yeah.
At 7:59, this is where I told Raf, BYC. He pulled up this screen, and we start looking at it live. We see this. We see very low. We start talking, and I said, hey, pretty much this any second now. And then what do you know? Woof.
Boom. This happened.
That first candlestick was literally within, 45 seconds?
45 seconds. Yeah, not even a minute.
So that means that that first candlestick wave and that second candlestick wave, if you invested $1,000, you just made $250
profit,
and then you can pull that out, and you just made $250 for the day. If you wanted to be done for the day just off that,
you can.
Done. Walk out. You made $250 for the day. You're good. Now you can spend the rest of the day doing whatever the heck you want to do.
That's right. That's right.
Wild. And this is happening every day.
Every single day. Multiple times a day.
Hey, Raf, go ahead and do this. What would somebody make if, because still there's some people with some more currency to mess around with. If they came in at $5,000, how much would they have walked with in 5 minutes if they would have sold that quick? just following along with the initial energy.
$1,200.
$1,200 for the day. In 5 minutes, you could make more than what most people do in 2 weeks.
So I mean, sometimes even in a month.
Think about your job. Even if you have a good job, say you're a nurse, you're probably making every 2 weeks after taxes, you're probably making what, $1,300, $1,400, maybe $1,600 every 2 weeks.
Out of 80 hours more.
Out of 80 hours.
80 hours.
The stress, the sacrifice for your way of living. You could jump on your computer, throw some money down if you're ahead of this wave, or you just, I swear, listen to us. Because I do this every morning. I'm ahead of this curve every morning. I haven't slept in like 4 days because I've just been watching this.
And it's true. It's true. He doesn't sleep.
I don't sleep. I'll maybe get an hour of sleep and I'm back up and I'm watching this saying, oh my God. And I'm predicting. But I wouldn't say predicting. I'm using a sense that I have that I'm just getting plugged in with the right energy, and I have been. And this is why we are starting to record it, because to show you that there's a proven track record here. At this point, is not gambling. It's being smart.
Correct.
It's not gambling. It's not being lucky. There's people rushing into the market. They're telling you because they're building it for a good hour or 2 hours, building their group, getting ready for the energy, and say go and go. Don't be scared. This is what's happening. Now, so we still keeping an eye out for John McAfee to give us a drop, because when he does, you're gonna see the biggest explosive growth, the biggest spike. That's unheard of.
That's right. That's right. We're just waiting on him.
Now, for the past 4 days, he's dropped information typically around 8, 8:30, and 9 o'clock. So right now, this is what people that are in the know, because they will understand that this is where the biggest movement is at in the market, is when John McAfee speaks. So we're just waiting on that. Now, keep in mind, despite McAfee, there's other influencers in the game as well. One big surge of energy that's probably going to happen is going to be at 11 o'clock today. 11 o'clock today, and it's going to be on Coin Exchange. And Coin Exchange is a marketplace. So anybody who would be watching, when we speak, I would say, hey, get your coin, get some coin set in place in Coin Exchange. Because at 11 o'clock, another surge is going to happen. We don't know what coin yet, but when the communication comes, you're going to watch that grow.
We're gonna be there, bro. Look at this. When I refresh, when Coin Exchange loads, look at this symbol here. It's going it's super fast. This is the wave.
Just flying through the dimensions, yo.
Oh my God! They already got me access denied for refreshing it too many times. But we're running into a little bit of resistance. But it was my fault. It was my fault. I was just gonna do. All right. Let's go again in the market. Yeah, I refreshed it too many times. I have to wait a little time. Out of security, this is what they do, because all these exchanges, they're vulnerable for attacks. There's people trying to turn them down every day as we speak, but their security frameworks are very secure. But there's a lot of people trying to mess with it. So if you happen to refresh a lot of times, it has to distribute enough bandwidth for the other people too.
What's going on, 30 number? Hey, we're out here just showing how to kill it in the crypto game. Right now, I'm currently on my computer, so I just have the Instagram here set up. But we're working on going to get it synced with, say, YouTube, so that we can throw a live stream where you can see the screen as well. Just to let you know, since you jumped in, if you are watching this, at 7:59 a.m., I gave the word to go into Bittrex, which is a marketplace, and I said from there, I gave a specific coin that I knew was going to get some movement. The way that I knew is because I'm plugged in with some move makers. I've been doing this daily, and from there, I knew that wave was going to be true. So I said, hey, let's go, BTC, BTC. So put in BTC.
BYC.
What's that?
It's BYC.
BYC, take that back. BYC. So BYC in Bittrex, and you saw, or you would see at 8 a.m. the spike, meaning if you would have put $1,000 in within 5 minutes, you pull that out, you would have made $250. So you would have made $250 in 5 minutes. Typically takes somebody maybe 2 days of a full-time job to make $250. You could do it just what I'm showing here in 5 minutes.
Bro, I'm looking at another one here in the coin exchange, CDX BTC today, earlier at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Huge spike. Huge, massive spike. Keep climbing up 400% onto here on coin exchange.
400%. You don't see growth like this. This is not the stock market. This right now is a time where everybody can become financially free just by following along. This right now is a system that's put in place to get you out of the system. Real talk.
That's right. This is the wake-up call. This is like taking the red pill and the blue pill, like in the Matrix.
That's right. Now I'm extremely spiritual, extremely conscious. I don't want to be a part of the system, the governmental system. I don't want to be a part of that slavery workforce where you're working your 9 to 5, but it's not even a 9 to 5. It's even more than that. From your commute time, the stress that you have from your job, and then getting back off of your job and needing to decompress. Your just decompression time from your job is taken away from your life. Most people don't have time to meditate, to go within, to understand their true self. They don't have time. There's too much noise. There's way too much stress and way too much things to keep your mind distracted from even doing the simple things like getting in touch with your true self, meditating, understanding your connection to everybody else and everything. But no, you can't do any of that because you're stuck. You're stuck in a slavery system. Right now, there's something in place to get out of that. It's wild.
That's right.
We got videos that are being made right now. Got live streams. Things are happening here in the next few days. We're going to have things really polished to have people understand and show them exactly how to get in and get out and make money. I mean, you don't have to be greedy, and this is not gambling if you do it the right way and just follow the movements. It's being smart. It's called leverage. You're working smart, not hard, and you're using the leverage of the energy. Just staying ahead of the energy.
That's right. You're in sync with it.
So right now, we're keeping our eye on a few different things. Once again, we're keeping our eye on John McAfee's Twitter. This is very important because when John McAfee drops a company that has its cryptocurrency, when he drops that information, the moment that he does, they're gonna see a spike in that company's and everybody purchasing that company's cryptocurrency. That is going to be such the biggest spike you've ever seen. And then from there, you don't have to be greedy. If you want to pull from that, pull, because people are going to buy it. You're going to come out on top. Depends on what type of money you want to spend. Once again, if you go in with $1,000 and you get the increase like you just saw at 8 o'clock this morning, and then at 8:03 you pull that money out, you just made $250 on top of your $1,000. You just made $250 for the day. You do this every day. Do that every day for a week. It's insane.
It's insane.
Or you do that for a week, and then what you made profit from that week, then you can go ahead, if you're confident enough, and take all of that next week and throw it on John McAfee's drop. Let's say you throw $5,000 in on that drop. Raf, once again, how much money would you make off $5,000?
Hold on. Let me interrupt you on this. Right now, 46 seconds ago, it dropped. TRX, Tron, bro, like the movie, man. Let's go.
TRX. Now, you jump into Bittrex.
It's not on Bittrex. We have to see which marketplace it is.
Let's go. Raf, please for me. Throw in 200 for me or 300 for me. I got you.
Bro, it's on Binance. It's not on Bittrex. It's on Binance.
Let's go. Binance is the marketplace.
You have Binance.
Everybody move to Binance now.
Let's go into Binance, bro.
Let's go. He dropped it 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. on the dot. Let's go.
Go. Let's see what happens. Binance.
Let's get it.
TRX. 8% already. 8%.
Listen, it's already 8% and it's been 30 seconds. Look at the spike. Let's go.
Let's go per minute. Market's showing massive resistance right now. A lot of people are jumping in right now.
Get it. Did you throw it in?
I'm opening it. I'm opening Binance.
Let's get it.
I'm in the minute in the
It happens fast.
It's slow. Showing some resistance because a lot of people are jumping in.
It's getting overloaded.
It froze.
Oh my God. I can't get in either. It's freezing.
Hold on. I have let's see if Google Chrome can do it for us. Just to get in the market and see and follow the spike. Bro, McAfee dropped it at 9 a.m. sharp.
Tron. 9 a.m. on the dot.
Bro, this is Tron.
Let's get it.
The healing of the internet.
Yo, for anybody that does not realize what's going on right now, John McAfee, right now, yo, he's the Messiah. In the digital dimension, he's the Messiah. Real talk, he's the savior. He's literally creating millionaires. If you follow him and just put some capital down, you can't lose.
I'm not able to watch the market. It's not loading for me. Is it loading on your end?
No, I can't get in.
It's saturated, bro.
Next time, we have to have all markets open.
Everything open.
Everything open. Right now, the exchange is Binance. Imagine it as a marketplace. Binance, that's the one. Binance.com. You can't get in. It's hard.
It's called Tron.
I just got disconnected. For anybody who's watching, I just got disconnected.
You're back.
All right. I got disconnected. Did I get disconnected from this video too?
No, you're still back with me.
All right. I got disconnected off of Instagram, but I'm back in. Okay. That was the initial pump, right? Is it dropping a little bit?
Not yet. It's
because watch that pump. People will sell within what time is it? 9:04. They'll sell 4 to 5 minutes in.
Bro, it's crazy. It's not even loading, man. We have to see another exchange if we can actually at least just see the market. Coinest. This is second largest after Binance. Let's see. Oh, but you can only exchange it in Korean won. Wow, it's insane. Binance, an Ethereum market, Liqui. Let's see a Liqui. Maybe we can see it on this. Oh, okay, here we go. No, it didn't load. Oh, look at this spike, bro!
Oh
Look at
my god!
Look at this.
Yo!
Woo-hoo!
Bro, we need to get in.
But it's not even loading. Oh
Bro,
my god!
listen, if we follow this daily, we're gonna be rich.
Oh, man, look at
Oh
this.
my god!
14%, 24-hour change, 4 cents.
Oh my god!
Now it's selling. Now they're selling. Now they're selling.
Now it's 5 minutes in. Look,
They're
it's
selling.
9:05. Don't be fooled. Follow the fucking trends. Oh my god! There it is.
Oh.
There's the dump. Remember, second wave is gonna go in.
The second wave's coming in. We might be able to get on that one because right now the market is super saturated. Wow.
Bro, now you see. I've been watching this every morning.
Let me refresh it. Let's look at what Tron is, and it says creates, in their words, data liberation with the intent of healing the internet. They're constructing a worldwide free content and entertainment system. Tron allows users to freely publish, store, and own data based on the concept that creative industries should be mainly driven by the pursuit of the quality of art. With Tron, content is owned by content creators, artists, and script writers rather than capitalists who consume them. Interesting. Super, super interesting. It makes things fair. It makes things, not it's like favoritism. You don't have to be someone who has more favoritism and capitalism than others, so your art is treated equally. It's a huge deal, This is why you see people with huge talent not being compensated the way they should be, and then you see people with less talent than them being compensated drastically unevenly, and unfairly to what they have to deliver. With Tron, it seems like you have there's a decentralized economy for owning your own digital goods, your own digital art. Really interesting stuff. Bro, it's not even loading, but I saw it here. We see it here, 907. It went down half of what it already went up. My computer's not even loading the whole thing. My fans are going crazy. I'm not doing much, but it is doing a lot of things. Bro, it's crazy. Look at this, man. Look at this huge pump. Now, here's one of the things, in my experience, why this is happening and why this is so overloaded. Not only because of McAfee just dropped this massive signal, it's also because the volume of exchange of this coin is not as much as something that you can trade with ease. That's why we're showing so much resistance. Right now, there's only it's 285 satoshis to get one Tron token. But overall, the let me see the volume here. They have 6,000 Bitcoin. So I take that back. It's easy. It's easy to go in. A lot of times when the volume of Bitcoin is not too low, it's not too high. Let's say there's only like 2-3 Bitcoins in volume, for a specific altcoin. It's going to be hard for you to go in and cash out. Most likely those altcoins are not going to be put into a pump as of yet. But since this one has 6,000 Bitcoin, it's huge volume. People can play with it. That's what they're doing right now, and it's already going down. Maybe we can catch up the second wave, but this Binance should be fairly smooth, but we're looking here at a massive overload of people trying to do what we're doing.
Let's just break this down real quick for anybody watching. All right, 9 a.m. sharp. John McAfee gave the drop. So at 8:59, how much did this coin cost?
Let me see. Now I'm back in the market. You see how now things are coming up. 9 a.m. This coin was at let me see.
Now keep in mind, there's going to be another spike.
There's going to be another one, yes.
Because the mainstream or the fish are still trying to get in. They're still trying to get in their systems. A lot of people thought that this was going to drop in Bittrex, but it didn't. It dropped in Binance.
Correct. It dropped in Binance. I'm seeing right now that it went from, it says 222 Satoshis in 1 minute, or in 2 minutes, went up to 320 Satoshis. So it increased 100 units in percentage. That is huge. Let me make the math really quick. Hold on. I'm gonna go into, I think it's easier to do it here. In the last 24 hours, this has gone up 3.3%. Charts. I'm a little unclear on what's the percentage of the last 5 minutes.
Just talk about the high point. That high point at 9:05. Are you able to see that?
Yeah, I'm trying on where's Binance? It's not loading yet. Let me go again on Chrome. We have more luck.
Anybody who was crying over the holiday weekend, saying that Bitcoin was crashing, it's the end of Bitcoin, this and that, y'all are fools. Y'all keep on listening to the mainstream media who will screw you every time. The only reason why it was dropping was because everybody was pulling their money out to buy Christmas presents.
That's exactly what happened. People were just missing out.
They were just pulling out the money that they were making.
Yeah.
Get your smarts up. See what's happening. This is the revolution. This is the new gold rush.
It is. So 14%, guys. 14% on Tron. That's how much it has gotten up since it was. But I think it's more than 14% because this is not right. It's showing that from 200 to 300. So that's 50% at least.
Will that chart show you the price? Because we could take the price from 859 to the high point price, and we could calculate it, and we could see what that was. I want people to understand, if they just put $1,000 in and sell 4 to 5 minutes in, this happens every day. You sell 4 to 5 minutes in on that first initial pump. Hang out with the whales, baby. And from there, how much would someone have made off a $1,000 investment?
So out of 224 Satoshis, it went up to highest point, 322 Satoshis. So it has gone up 322 minus 225. So we can do this.
Now keep in mind, this method is only for the flipper and the dipper, which is okay. If you want to make some quick money real quick, flip and dip, that's cool. But keep in mind that this particular cryptocurrency, and a lot of these cryptocurrencies, they're long holds. They're meant to be held for probably a good year to a year and a half, when the things that these companies are doing really start making their moves.
Correct. And I just made the math. I was right. It was about 50%, but it's actually 62% increase in the past 5 minutes. 62% increase. 62. So if you would have put $1,000, you would have made $600 in profit. So $1,600.
$600 you would have made for the day, just off of $1,000 investment that you put down. It's not an investment though. It is risky, but due to this track record, it's consistent. This happens every morning.
Bro, this is insane. There's so much money being pumped right now in. It was at 6,000 Bitcoins. Now it has 7,000 Bitcoins.
That's right.
in 10 minutes. And the second wave's coming in. Second wave's kicking in that now.
That's right.
People got in with John McAfee here. People sold. Second wave's coming up.
That's right. And for all y'all who y'all are sleeping, because a few days ago John McAfee dropped Redcoin. Redcoin is gonna change the way that everybody uses their social media. Now you get your wallet. Raph, just to let you know as well, my wallet is minting.
You have it already?
Yes, and it's
nice.
minting. So you're making money while you're making money while you're making money.
Correct.
Anybody who's not doing this right now is a dummy. Real talk.
You guys have to jump in. Don't listen to the media. Don't listen that it's a bubble. Don't listen that it's fake. Don't listen that it's a scam. It's not a scam. What they're doing over there is they're pulling away from you from getting closer to the real reality that we live in.
That's right. Because right now, all of the banks, all of the corporations, all of them in the background of you watch the media, you watch the sports, you watch all the BS that they put in front of your face, you watch all of the curating that they're doing in your social medias where they're keeping you away from this knowledge, this information. They're literally keeping you away from it and scaring you away from it, because as they're scaring you away from it, they're all building their own empires on this very platform. They're doing the same thing so that they can just roll it out to you in their banks. And they're going to roll it out to you in a way that they have full control over it. Yeah, if you want to continue to pay your taxes, continue to pay your fees to the bank, continue to let them dictate your money, because your money that's in the bank is not even in the bank. They're playing with your money in these markets. Wake up. Understand what's happening. Don't listen to them.
That's right.
There's people out here working outside of their illegal practices. What they do is illegal, and they try to teach you that and scare you that this is going to become illegal. In that world, in the world that we live in right now, wrong is right and right is wrong. Up is down and down is up.
That's
what
right.
reality am I living in where everybody follows the tune of liars?
That's right.
Wake up.
It's a wake-up call, guys. 16% on Tron. Another tweet by McAfee 3 minutes ago. He says, Tron is a long-term hold. Those who are flipping it are losing out.
Now, he said that because you are not missing out if you're flipping it, if you understand what you're doing. Yes, this is a long-term hold. You will be making out way better in the long run. However, if you got bills to pay and you got mouths to feed, get your quick flip dip, do your thing, and get back in.
Yes.
You can do this systematically where you can be a flipper and a dipper, a pump and a dumper, whatever you want to call it, and you can also be a long-term holder as well.
That's right.
Just make your money, make your initial money. If you're a person who doesn't really have money and you're worried about your money, just go in then at $500. Raph, hit them with the numbers on if you would have went in with $500 off the initial bump and you dipped out in 5 minutes, what would you make off of $500? I believe it would be probably $300.
$300 right up.
All right, so you would make $300. You made $300 for the day. Now, that $300, you can do a few different things with it. You can throw that $300 back in and hit another, because it will another wave, which comes in literally 2 minutes afterwards. Or you can take that money and take yourself to a restaurant and go eat. Do whatever you want. But understand that off of $500, you would have made $350 for the day. Wake up. Make your money.
Within minutes, guys. Within minutes.
Follow us. We know what we're talking about.
People are pumping hundreds of Bitcoin per minute on here. Oh, my God. Tron,
right.
man. 9 a.m. McAfee tweeted.
Listen, I will be right back. I'm going to leave everything up. I got to run. I got to get some water real quick. And I'm going to be right back to the computer. Raph, go ahead and keep this recording, and I'll be right back, okay?
All right. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Man, this is insane. Now, I wonder how these people can. Most likely, what I'm thinking is that I wasn't able to buy in because my computer wasn't loading. Now it loads fine because the original hype, the original pump has already, the main pump, people had already made their money. People are holding onto it now. But if I would have wanted to buy in at a very, very low price, I had to probably use some sort of access to the API on Binance and buy it without the interface, because interface was overloaded. So the people who got into over here, they knew how to buy in probably with API. And if you don't understand what API means, API is just a way to go behind the scenes or in the backbone of the market. So how to buy Tron on Binance, but without using this interface, without using the web browser. I would have done it with an API system that will let me buy it without coming over here, because the market, as you guys saw, was frozen. I couldn't even log in. It was just too insane, too quick to get into it. Look how many Bitcoins are going up over here. There's people are injecting money. 7,600 Bitcoin. It was on 6,000 Bitcoin earlier. More than 1,000 Bitcoin coming in. Unreal. This market's pumping. Over 1,000 Bitcoin has been poured over Tron in the past 20 minutes.
What's that?
I was saying that in the past 20 minutes, over 1,000 Bitcoins have been poured into Tron.
This doesn't happen. This is not regular. This is not the stock market. You don't see growth like this. You don't see volatility like this. All right, so here's the dump, because right now everybody's making money off they're selling. So they're buying and they're selling. Right now, a lot of people's interest is in making some quick cash, but there's also people that will they're going to end up going back in or staying in there just for where this growth is at. Because if you take a look at the chart, that initial pump, this is very big for the company. This is very big, because now, even though people are dumping, where it will dump at and where it will start to reside at is still higher than where it was at for the past, month, 2 months, 3 months?
Absolutely.
So it's coming in high. And this company, now you could do research on this company. The awareness to this company is now here. Now you'll do research on the company and you'll see, dang, this company and what they're going to do is actually revolutionary. This company is going to be part of the framework of a bigger reality that's being created, which means that this company is going to be very valuable. And you hang on to a coin at this low price in 2 years, 2020, people don't understand. February 2020 is when the singularity happens. Singularity is the merger of all of the AIs. And if y'all don't understand this, then y'all need to wake up and understand we are in the paradigm. We are literally walking through the doors to the next phase of evolution.
That's right. What Dorian just mentioned is very deep, guys, and very important. 2020, February 2020, that's a time when things are going to change drastically. When artificial intelligence comes out, regular jobs are going to be done by robots, okay? Tedious jobs that require a lot of repetition are going to be done by robots. So there's going to be a lot of people are going to be left with no jobs, and you have to wake up because there's other ways to make a living from this. There's other ways that you should really make a living and live a life with much more harmony, so you have more time for yourself and you're not just making someone on top of you richer. That's what they teach you how to do today, but you're still on time. There's 3 years to go, or less than 3 years to go, but still, you're a good time to jump in and wake up from the reality that you live in and jump into the right way that things are going. This is the truth. This is the only way. It's like what Sophia said, the A095F, right?
That's right. People don't realize, man. People do not realize. But hey, what we can do right now, we've been on for an hour and a half. This has been a good morning, an amazing morning. Let's go ahead and disconnect on this recording right now. Let's recollect. 11 o'clock is going to be